Hey YouTube, today we're going to change the coolant in the intercooler system on the engine, and I'll do a separate video on changing the regular coolant system in the traditional radiator engine. All right, let's look underneath here. It looks like, let's back it off a little bit. Looks like this is the pan we want to take off, not the one we do for the oil change, but the one right under the radiator. It looks like a number of 8mm headed bolts are holding that guy on. So I'll go ahead and remove this one. Okay, to get the front cover off, we did have to take the rear cover off because it was overlapping on top of the front cover. No big deal. All right, the intercooler reservoir is right here. So you got to pull the top cover off. And just move it out of the way. This is the reservoir right here. The drain plug for this is located underneath the car on the passenger side in the front. Okay, that's the metal clip right there. You pull the metal clip off and then the drain plug just slides off, and then all the fluid's going to drain out. We'll have the cap off up top so it doesn't create a vacuum and it drains faster. Should be about a gallon, I understand. Should be about a gallon. Okay, with the clip out, I was able to pull the plug by gently pulling on that white part where the wires are. And it pulled out fairly easily. I see a little green O-ring there. And now I'm gonna put it, well, I'm gonna flush some water through it now. Okay, this is how much I got out of the drain from the intercooler. Looks like about a quart, and I understand the entire system takes 2.5 quarts on the 2018 GLC43. So I'm going to flush this several times with water, so there's going to probably be about 1.5 quarts of water in the system when I go to fill it up. So I am going to put a full quart of pure antifreeze, because it gets 50-50 mixed with water. So the water that will remain in the system after several flushes plus the concentrate will be about my 50-50 mix that I'll need at the end. All right, I'm going to, I've got the vacuum filler in a gallon of water. And to use this, the first thing you do is you put it in the opening, and then you pull a vacuum by turning the air on, and the Venturi principle will create a vacuum. And then once you have that, then you open the water valve, and it sucks water into the system. You can see the water going down. Give it a little more vacuum. A little more water. You don't have them both turned on at the same time. So I shut the water off, pull a little more vacuum, start turning the air on. And then a little more water. Turn the water off, a little more vacuum. I think we got it just about. Yeah, that's full, and you can see it's used approximate, that gallon was full when I started, so it used approximately the same amount I took out. So we're gonna put the lid back on this, and I'm gonna bring it up to operating temperature to get that circulating, and then I'll drain it again. All right, I'm ready to fill the intercooler up. I'm going to use the Xerox G40, which is to the Mercedes 2018 spec. And since the whole system takes 2.5 quarts or liters, I'm going to put in 1.25 liters or quarts. And the rest will be the water that's already in the system, plus I'll top it off with water. That'll give me my 50-50 mix. All right, I flushed it 4 times with water. Now I'm gonna put in the G40. Like I said, about a little over a quart. And I've got the water off, I got the air off. Okay, let's go ahead and draw a vacuum. Turn the air off, turn the water on. Okay, we're still way up here. A little more vacuum. Water on. A little more vacuum. Just a little bit more. Okay, I'll fill the rest up with water. Also, you're going to want to note where the full mark is on this. It's right to the top of that plastic piece right there. All right, now that we got it topped off, we'll go take it for a test drive, let it cool down, make sure it's still topped off, and job well done. Thanks for watching.